Rumours returning about Aurelien Tchouameni, and it's coming from Spain this time. Why so many mentions from Spain about Aurelien Tchouameni? Finally, at Manchester United, Tchouameni has always been seen as the perfect signing for midfield. Top player, elite mentality, world class, so they consider Tchouameni as the perfect replacement for Casemiro. Then, the point here is on two topics. The first one is the salary. Tchouameni is on a very big salary at Real Madrid, and at the moment the understanding is that Manchester United made already clear to those close to Tchouameni in the contacts they had over the recent months that the only way for Tchouameni to go eventually to Man United is on a different salary.
Manchester United's summer rebuild under Michael Carrick continues to gather momentum, with the club working behind the scenes on several exciting deals as they look to build a squad capable of challenging for major honours once again. Supporters have been desperate to see a clear football strategy after difficult seasons, and the latest reports suggest the recruitment team remains fully focused on strengthening the midfield and attacking areas before the new campaign gets underway. One of the biggest names once again linked with Old Trafford is Aurelien Tchouameni. According to Fabrizio Romano, Manchester United have made it absolutely clear to people close to the French midfielder that any potential move would only be possible if he accepts a significantly different wage structure. United are determined not to break their new salary policy, which has become a key part of the club's long-term rebuild. The Red Devils are also still waiting for any indication from Real Madrid that they would even be willing to discuss a transfer. As things stand, there is no green light from the Spanish giants, meaning the deal remains complicated despite the player's long-standing admiration from many inside Old Trafford. If Madrid eventually decide to sell, Tchouameni would undoubtedly bring world-class quality, athleticism, composure, and defensive intelligence to Carrick's midfield, but much still needs to happen before supporters can seriously believe a deal is close. Meanwhile, Marcus Rashford's future remains one of the biggest talking points among the United faithful. His loan spell at Barcelona has now come to an end without becoming a permanent transfer, meaning the England international could return to Carrington for pre-season once his World Cup commitments are over. According to The Athletic, Rashford is open to becoming part of Michael Carrick's project, although numerous European clubs continue to monitor his situation closely. It now appears the final decision will rest with both the player and the club during the coming weeks. Carrick must decide whether Rashford still has an important role to play or whether a permanent transfer would be best for all parties. There is no doubt about Rashford's talent. At his best, he remains one of England's most dangerous forwards, capable of changing matches with his pace, direct running and finishing. However, consistency has often been questioned, making this summer perhaps the biggest crossroads of his Manchester United career. United are also looking to strengthen their options on the left wing, with The Athletic reporting that Crysencio Summerville has emerged as one of the club's leading targets. Initial club-to-club discussions have already taken place with West Ham as United explore the possibility of bringing the exciting Dutch winger to Old Trafford. Summerville possesses explosive acceleration, fearless dribbling, and the ability to beat defenders in one-on-one situations, qualities that perfectly suit the fast, attacking football Carrick is expected to implement. His arrival would increase competition across the front line and provide another unpredictable attacking weapon capable of unlocking stubborn Premier League defences. The midfield remains the club's biggest priority, and Carlos Baleba continues to dominate the headlines. Reports from Nathan Salt claim Manchester United have now submitted what is believed to be a final £60 million offer to Brighton for the highly rated midfielder. Even more encouraging for supporters is the claim that Baleba himself wants the move to Old Trafford, with personal terms reportedly already agreed last summer. The Cameroon international has developed into one of the Premier League's most complete young midfielders, combining strength, athleticism, intelligent pressing, and excellent ball-carrying ability. If Brighton eventually accept United's offer, Baleba could become one of the most important signings of the summer, and potentially the long-term midfield leader supporters have been crying out for. Another transfer appears to be reaching its conclusion, with reports suggesting Manchester United are increasingly confident that the signing of Ederson is effectively complete. The Brazilian midfielder is expected to undergo his medical this week before the final paperwork is completed. Should everything proceed as expected, Ederson would become another major addition to Carrick's evolving squad. His energy, work rate, technical quality, and ability to control the tempo of matches would offer United a different dimension in midfield. Fans will certainly be eager to see him wearing the famous red shirt as soon as possible. Despite all this activity, Manchester United are not stopping there. The club are reportedly continuing their pursuit of Chelsea youngster Andre Santos. Both The Guardian and other reports suggest the 20-year-old Brazilian remains firmly on United's shortlist, despite Chelsea valuing him at around £50 million. Santos is regarded as one of Brazil's brightest young midfield talents, possessing maturity beyond his years, intelligent positioning, and an eye for goal from midfield. If United could secure both Ederson and Santos, it would represent one of the most exciting midfield rebuilds the club has attempted in years, and provide Carrick with outstanding options for both the present and the future. According to Laurie Whitwell, Sander Berge remains a player of interest to Manchester United, although any move would depend on the club's midfield priorities this summer. Whitwell explained that United had closely monitored Berge before he left Burnley for Fulham in a £25 million deal, but ultimately decided not to proceed with a transfer. Since then, the Norwegian midfielder has continued to establish himself in the Premier League, meaning Fulham would likely demand a significantly higher fee if United were to revive their interest. The Athletic journalist believes Berge would fit seamlessly into Manchester United's squad because of his Premier League experience, physical presence, and ability to operate as a disciplined central midfielder. He wouldn't require a lengthy adaptation period and could contribute immediately. However, Whitwell was also clear that Berge should not be viewed as a marquee signing. While he is a dependable and capable midfielder, he is not the type of player expected to transform United's midfield or elevate the team on his own. Instead, he would represent a solid, reliable addition who could strengthen the squad and provide consistency in the middle of the pitch. If Manchester United decide to pursue Sander Berge, it would likely be because they value his experience, tactical discipline, and proven Premier League quality, rather than expecting him to become the club's next superstar. Looking at all these reports together, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. Manchester United are targeting players who fit a younger, hungrier profile rather than simply chasing superstar names. The recruitment strategy appears far more structured than in previous transfer windows, with the club focusing on players who suit Carrick's tactical philosophy and the financial discipline introduced by the new football leadership. If United can successfully complete the signings of Ederson, Carlos Baleba, and possibly Andre Santos, while adding quality on the left wing, supporters will have every reason to feel optimistic heading into the new season. But now it's your turn, Reds. Would you welcome Marcus Rashford back into Michael Carrick's project, or do you believe it's finally time for Manchester United to part ways with the academy graduate? If you could only sign one midfielder this summer, who would you choose? Aurelien Tchouameni, Carlos Baleba, or Andre Santos? And do you think Crysencio Summerville is the right winger to take United's attack to another level? Finally, if all these reported deals are completed, can Manchester United genuinely challenge for the Premier League title this season? Or is another year of rebuilding still required? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest Manchester United transfer news and updates.